This is Joy News today with me, Benis Abubedi. Thank you so much for staying. Now, disputes are some of the drawbacks of Ghana's chieftaincy institution. These disagreements sometimes mar the beauty and relevance of the institution. But how do the followers feel when their leaders are at loggerheads with each other? With the recent disagreement over the induction of the Gamanche as the president of the Ghana Traditional Council, Joy News' Maxwell Agbagba has been speaking to some residents of Bukom on what they feel about the dispute.
Yesterday, when we were at the palace, we saw a heavy police presence there. A lot of them heavily armed, protected the palace because some youth, some aggrieved youth, would not allow the Gamanche inside the palace for an induction ceremony to happen. We are here on the grounds to find out from the indigents how they feel about the many disputes that have plagued the chieftaincy institution here in the Ghana state. I have a gentleman here. A lot of them are also still around, willing to talk to us. Sir, what's your name?
My name's Maxwell Boy.
Oh, you're Maxwell?
Yeah.
Okay. Maxwell, tell me, you've lived here for some time now, and you know about many disputes, going on with regards to the chieftain institution here in the Ghana state. As a young person, how do you feel about it?
Because what I'm feeling that they have to take our leaders, to become one in our community. Because if you have a leader in our community, our youth, they don't go for fighting, taking cutlass to somebody, go to cast somebody, fight a lot in the street. But what we need a leader in our community. I don't see any leader, and I don't know anybody's name called any Gamanche. So this is what I know.
Well, indeed, I mean, if you want to, destroy the front of a people, you start from the leadership. So now that there's confusion going on about who is the president of the Ghana Traditional Council and all the many issues that we've been talking about. As a young person, what do you think we can, how do you think we can resolve some of the many issues that have cropped up with regards to the chieftain institution here?
What I can say, I'm just want our leaders to come to the joint. Somewhere called Akutolante, we have a place called Odododiodo, we have Ngleshi. They have to pick some of the youth. Every community, we can pick a leaders over there. When we pick a leader from Bukom, we know that this leader is leading the youth over there, and we have to pick a leader from Ngleshi, that called Jamestown. We have to pick a leader in Odododiodo.
Okay.
If we have those leaders, everything can stop.
Okay.
Fighting, insulting, and everything can stop in the community.
Okay, thank you very much, Maxwell. This lady here is willing to talk. I'll be coming to you shortly, but let me find out from you. What's your name again?
Jefta.
Jefta, tell me, as an indigent, as a Ghana person, as a young Ghana person, are you sometimes, tempted to make comparisons between the chieftaincy institution here and then what we have in other places? Because I'm sure, you see on TV what happens in other areas, how beautiful the chieftaincy institution itself is. Are you tempted to sometimes compare what other people have and what you have here?
So what's going on now at Accra here? This Ghana here itself, if I think, I don't understand, because sometimes this fighting and things, I don't understand. As my brother is saying, as every community, every area where it's in the youth or the Dodo youth, the constitution, you must get a leadership over there. Because I remember someday I was sitting in the house and my brother came in the election time. He told me the basic man gave them a knife to go and fight and those things and all sorts of.
These allegations, we cannot independently, verify those claims you're making.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's stick to. Yeah.
Okay. So what I can say is, how things are going. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, because now I'm fighting here and there. I don't know right now as I'm standing. I don't know whether we have chief in this gun machine here. I don't know. But if you ask me right now, I don't know. I don't know whether we have chief or we don't have any chief. I don't know.
Okay. For a lot of your peers, sometimes, would take up, weapons, would take up, ammunition to go and fight on behalf of, some of these, chiefs. As a young person, what do you think is the motivation for them? And when you have conversations with them, what exactly do they tell you?
But right now, me in Ghana here, I didn't know whether we have a chief here. By me, I didn't know.
My colleague Maxwell Agbagba speaking to some residents in Bukom on chieftaincy disputes. Away from that, despite its wide use for both domestic and industrial purposes, many people believe bamboo is underutilized in Ghana. Now, scientists have found the giant grass plant and 4 others which are common in Ghana can cure malaria. Findings of them are published in the journal Parasitology Research. Kwesi Debra reports.
It is undoubtedly one of the most useful plants in the grass family, from the furniture industry, culinary, and to the art studio. And now it has found its way into the Hall of Fame of plants which can cure malaria. And I'm talking about the bamboo. Other plants are Philanthus, known in Akan as Wawomaguachi, teak, cassia, and another also known in Akan as Framere. Various parts of the 5 plants have for many years been used in herbal preparations for medicinal purposes. Bamboo has effectively been used over the years to treat typhoid and venereal diseases. Philanthus is used for treating anemia and pain associated with urination. Cassia is known cure for asthma and toothache, while teak is potent against diabetes, headache, and piles. Framere has successfully been used for treating rheumatism and muscular pains. For the research, scientists boiled 100 grams of each plant material in 2 liters of water for 30 minutes. Dr. Gustav Komlaga of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology is a lead researcher.
I went ahead and did extraction. I took out some of the material in the plant and separate them into the individual compounds. And I got some of the compounds which also show good activity. In fact, good activity, but no cytotoxicity at all. Personally, I recommend its use for treating malaria. It's safe. It shows safety against my, what do you call it, in my test.
Dr. Komlaga, however, urges caution in the use of Philanthus and Framere as they showed some level of toxicity.
3 of them, 2 of them show some cytotoxicity. That is Terminalia varensis, which is Imri. They call it Imri. I can't call it Imri also. Or Imri is a timber plant. And then the other one that showed some cytotoxicity is Philanthus fraternus. That can also call it Wawomaguachi. Of course, I'm not saying that these are not safe, because I only look at only one aspect in assessing safety profile of this of any product at all, or any compound at all, or any plant at all. You need to do a number of tests. By my case, for this particular day, I just did a preliminary study on just one type of cell, which we call the UVEC cell, or the human umbilical vein endothelium cell. Yeah, and against that particular cell, they were a bit toxic, not very toxic.
Dr. Komlaga also suggests isolation of active substances to formulate anti-malarial drugs. Reporting for Joy News, Kwesi Debra.
Interesting report there by Kwesi Debra. You're watching Joy News today. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll bring you stories from the world of business.